Hey y'all, it's Voluptuously Skinny here with my post-op week. I think this is 152. Forgive me if it's not. So could be 151, but I think it's 152. So this week I am still holding steady. I'm 153.8. So that is awesome. I am still running every day and had a great time at church yesterday. He talked about palm trees and kind of compared palm trees to the righteous who we are. And it really kind of was that one of those things I really needed. Like, I've been really needing something to kind of get my spirit up, especially to kind of help me with my wavering faith. And especially after last Thursday's visit with the surgeon that I went to, she basically said there is nothing that she can do as far as my breasts are concerned. Nothing at all. Even though they approved the scar revision surgery, she said that she would just really leave it alone, continue on a pain management regimen. If it's working, you know, just to stay with that. And she said that she felt like any removal of any of the necrotic nodules would cause me to be even more deformed. So needless to say, I left there very upset, but you know, today is a new day, and I'm gonna do the best I can. I have an appointment with psych because I am going to temporarily try and utilize antidepressants. I think that at this point, I really do need to utilize them. I mean, it's just what it is. To kind of help me with the mood a little better and to help me heal mentally a little faster. I think between counseling and that, it would be great. My therapist told me that she feels like antidepressants work so much better than the anti-anxiety medication. So she says she just would not do any anti-anxiety medication, that she would do antidepressant. And I'm gonna work on my sleep. My sleep is horrible. I sleep anywhere between 4 to 6 hours. There are several days out of the month where I'll get in a little bit longer, but not often. So she feels like that too is a huge issue. So I'll probably be asking for something to help me with sleep temporarily. You know, I'm studying and working on getting in medical school, and I have to understand that those things are there for a reason, and not to be abused, but to utilize them when I can, or when you need it. You know, so that is that. Dion is still, his cardiologist appointment is next week, and he's getting tired of me. I'm talking about it too much, and just this morning we got into it, and I don't want it to be like that. He's out here walking. I ended up having to just walk away. So he is doing his thing. I'm doing my thing this morning. He's up there though. We walked a little bit together. So anyway, I hope this is not, I've got my run keeper going, and I can hear it pausing and going, and I hope y'all can't hear it if it's not recording. But anyway, it just is what it is, and I got to get myself together. I'm just so worried about him that I am nagging him now at this point, and I need to not do that. So I'm going to work on that, work very hard on not nagging him. And it's not that I want to nag him, I'm just worried. We take his blood pressure every day to every other day, and it's always high. It's always borderline high or high. So that just concerns me. And then this morning he came in my room, and I keep, I've got 2 things in my room right now: Patti LaBelle pie and some cereal, some sweet cereal. And so I will get those things, especially when I do a long run, because I know that my carbs and stuff have been depleted. I do use that as an opportunity to be able to eat some things that are not as healthy for you. And anything's healthy or okay in moderation. So anyway, this morning he went in my room and got some, and it made me mad, and I fussed at him about it, you know, because I don't mind him getting it, but number one, don't sneak it, ask me. But anyway, I'm gonna quit talking about that. So just ask me. That's all I care to say about that. So anyway, I'm doing well as far as that's concerned. I talked to another friend who just had bariatric. We went to a bariatric patient care conference this weekend, and it was really good. And I went to the sessions on sleeping, on getting back on track, and new recipes, and they were all good. And so the sleep one, I definitely need to practice some of the techniques that they talked about. In fact, my therapist actually presented the sleep one. And then the getting back on track, that one was really good, and it talked about some different coping things. Dion, you want to say hi? Dion, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hair looks nice.
Oh, mine or yours?
Both.
Okay. Curls for the girls and for the boys. So anyway, we went to a patient care conference. Dion, what part of the patient care conference, if any, did you kind of like? The recipe one? I told him to look at the recipes really and nice. Mark the recipes for stuff that he could cook.
Were we talking about nachos?
Yeah, they look like nachos at one breakfast casserole. I told you to mark it down.
I did.
So anyway, I told him, I said, in that, when we went to that one.
Oh, you know, I just realized I left my paper.
Well, I have the stack at home.
All right.
I told him to mark the sheet so that it could be things that he could cook, because some of the stuff that he cooks, he burns it all up, or it's just not healthy, the quantity and that type of stuff. So those things are things that he can cook, and they taste good. Did you taste the bean stuff that they had, the other sample? You probably left by then. Mm-hmm. It was good, and that would have been something you could have made and really liked. So, and that's pretty healthy, even if you eat,
the thing they had
a lot of it, probably okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I tasted it.
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was really good and tasty. So anyway, I was telling them I pissed you off this morning, and then we had to separate for a minute.
Okay.
He knows I love him, but I'm just worried.
I know you're worried.
Makes me so upset, and I'm trying not to nag him, but I am. I get worried about this kid because I love him so much. I just want him to do what I say so I don't have to cuss him out. So, but anyway, the other thing at the patient care conference, I talked to one of the girls, Sharice, who is, look how I parked. Okay, squirrel. We talk about ADD, and my friends always say, okay, if Dion has ADD, where did he get it from? So anyway, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Oh.
Low power mode. So anyway, I talked to my friend Sharice that is there. Well, I'm calling her my friend, but we've only talked a few times at the sport group meetings. And she had just had her arms and her stomach done. So one of the things that I'm thinking is, if I kind of go ahead and stop thinking about my chest area and go ahead and fix some other areas, that I'll start to feel more confident. One of the things that the surgeon suggested that I do is to go ahead and get the nipple tattoos that I need. And so I'm going to do that.
Can you get that one covered up? Can you get that one covered up on your other leg?
Yeah, well, that tattoo is different than the ones I'm talking about. But,
well, I know what you're talking about. But
okay, yeah, I'm getting that one covered up. I'm gonna get a new one.
Get my face on it.
Anyway, get your face.
Yeah, my face.
Whatever, kid. Anyway, so I'm gonna call today, in fact, to try and get a consult from the surgeon that did hers, and I've talked to that surgeon before, and at a group meeting that he came and presented at, and I really liked him because one of the things that he said was, you know how the insurance covers a paniculectomy, and when you go and get your paniculectomy, and we've seen a lot of people get paniculectomies, and it doesn't look like, it kind of looks like they got a tummy tuck, but not really, or they just cut that piece of skin off, and they don't sometimes even make a belly button. They don't do anything, and you end up having like a shelf. So one of the things that made me really like him is he said that if an insurance company approves a paniculectomy, that he does take the time to make sure that, you know, he does the paniculectomy, but he will go ahead and tighten your muscles and make you a belly button, because he said that he'd rather for people to leave feeling good and confident about themselves and in the work that he's done than to have somebody who has gone and just received a half job, basically. So I really like that about him, and he just seems like he really cares about the patients. And she said to get your arms and your tummy done, it was about $10,000. Of course, I don't have that because I'm not working, and but I do have I've got a 403B that I'm thinking about kind of getting into. And I feel like, you know, even if I do that, you know, you never probably should mess with your retirement, of course, sure, but I just think it would make me feel so much better. So I think that that's going to be worth a million times over, you know, just to get my mental state back. So that's so important to me. I think it's going to help my mood around my kids. It's going to help me to become more social. It's outside of running, because I'm telling you, outside of running, I don't do any type of social nothing. I just don't, I'm not comfortable, and I get really, believe it or not, I get very anxious. My heart pounds. I feel sick. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, I love y'all. I have a video that I'm going to include on this one of Dion, one that I videotaped of him years and years and years ago. And it'll show you kind of where he got some of his acting skills, or how long he's been acting. So anyway, I thought it would be cute to add to this. So anyway, I love y'all. Until next time, peace out, babies. Mwah.
Dion, what happened to your face? What happened to your face, Dion?
He hit me in the head.
Who hit you in the head?
Dad.
Your daddy? You didn't get in my makeup?
No.
You didn't? Who got in my makeup?
Doc.
Doc did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You sure you telling the truth? All right. Let me see your face.